Hi, Eric Naguski here at TCO in Boiling Springs with my friends from Ahrex Hooks. I'm here to tie a Roberts Drake variant, another fly that's very relevant for us this time of year. I'm going to be tying this one in the March Brown flavor. We're seeing a lot of these big bugs present on the water right now. We were catching trout on them this week. We caught smallmouth bass on them this week. So they're around in good numbers, and it's a nice beefy mayfly that the fish really seem to be keyed in on right now. I've got a Ahrex 539 hook here. This is the mayfly hook, so we have a nice long shank. It's, like I said, it's a big beefy mayfly, and I guess we'll just get started. This fly is actually an older pattern coming from Michigan. Clarence Roberts was a game warden around Grayling, Michigan, and came up with this fly to simulate the yellow drakes out there. But it works really well for any of our larger mayflies. I really like it for the Isonychias, the slate drakes, the March Browns, yellow drakes, our golden drakes as well. I also like it in faster water. As you see, there's going to be an elk hair body here, and that really helps with flotation and gives it a nice profile, easy to see even in faster water. So for the tails / trailing shuck, I've got pheasant tail fibers here. I've got, 10, 12 here, a decent amount. I want to have about almost the hook shank length for tails here. We'll tie this in and then wrap forward to about where we're gonna tie the body in here to the abdomen. Wrap back over that. I want a nice uniform base to tie on. Now the body is, this is cow elk hair. This is happens to be bleached. So I've got this stacked. So I want the tips of this elk to just come just past the bend of the hook. So I'm going to switch hands. Couple loose wraps, and that should spin right around the shank of the hook there nicely for me. That looks pretty good. Trim the butt sections off this. Just clean that up. Now I'm going to wrap back over these elk hair fibers, and I'm going to start out with a little bit. Still going to have decent tension on here, but I'm going to increase my tension as I go back the hook shank, just to add to the taper of the body of the abdomen. So I have to spiral wraps, space my spiral wraps going back, and again I'm going to start increasing my tension. And when I get back here, I'm going to put a lot of tension on there and get those tips to flare out. And now I'm going to come back up. And there you go. Have the abdomen tied in there. Now for the, this is tied a parachute style. The wing that the material I'm going to use for the post is EP trigger point fibers. This happens to be in a light March brown color. Shoot. Now for the hackle, I've got a straw Grizzly whiting hackle here. When I tie my parachutes in, I typically want to have the hackle facing up like an upside down umbrella. So to do that, I'm going to have it so the concave side is facing towards the wig post. And also, when I do this, I'll talk a little bit more when I get to that step, but I'm going to wrap this in around the post in a counterclockwise direction. This fly was also one of the flies featured in my book, Favorite Flies for Pennsylvania, as was the previous loopwing, CDC loopwing emerger. So next is a little thorax here that I added to this fly, and it's basically why it's a Roberts Drake variant. The original one just used thread for the thorax, and I can't handle that. So add a little bit of dubbing here. This is a super fine March brown color. So now when I'm tying this, like I said earlier, I'm going to wrap this counterclockwise. And the reason I'm going to do that is because when I go to tie this off, if I wrap it counterclockwise, my thread is not going to capture any of the hackle barbs. Whereas if I wrapped it the other way, I would be capturing the barbs and making a mess. So by counterclockwise, I can just wrap through there and tie that off and not capture too many feather barbs. Now, you can get in here, get rid of some unruly ones. March Browns have a pretty prominent wing, so I'm not going to be maybe just a little more dubbing under that to cover up that stem. And we'll just whip finish this and be finished. Maybe I need to trim it up a little bit if I have some more that are somehow got captured in there. But there you go, Robert's Drake.